In the Chinese Ascension Grand Finals, DRG locked Reyna and Jett on bind and dominated 13-1? It's the most important match of your lives, one that'll determine the rest of your professional career, your future, your life, and you decide to lock ranked agents? Who, what, where, why, how? No, seriously, we have to ask ourselves, what did DRG do so differently that made these rank agents work so well in professional play? Well, there's a secret ingredient that makes any game in Valorant winnable, and that, my friends, is confidence. Now, most people don't realize this, but if you're playing Jett or Reyna in ranked, the refresh rate on your monitor doesn't matter as much as you think. What's more important is motion clarity. It plays a big factor in whether you win or lose a lot of fights. Whether you're flicking, snapping, or tracking after entering, your eyes need a clear picture. And even if you're on an insanely fast panel, most monitors suffer from persistence blur. But not Zowie. Their top-of-the-line gaming monitors are built specifically for FPS games. Not movies, not shows, but for raw competitive advantage. That would explain why they're partnered with VCT Americas. With Diac 2, they're using dual backlight strobing to reduce motion blur across your whole screen. It doesn't matter if you're being wide swung or having neon arrays flying at you, you'll be able to see them clearly mid-fight. And about a month ago, Zowie sent me one of their 600Hz monitors. This thing by far is the best screen I've ever played on. They come preset with different modes, FPS 1, 2, and 3, which is for CS, Valorant, and Apex respectively. Now, not only is there less motion blur, but the colors pop in any game and you can easily change between the modes. If you're serious about improving in FPS games, this is the upgrade that will make a difference. So if you want to check them out, link in the description below. And thank you, Zowie, for partnering with my breakdowns. Now, before I start this breakdown, I need to make one thing clear. Rare Atom are not a bad team. As a matter of fact, they were undefeated for the entirety of Ascension, including 4-0ing the team that slammed DRG into lowers and pushed them to a map 5 in the lower finals. But I do feel bad for them. Fun fact, this is Rare Atom's 3rd roster and year in a row making it to the Ascension Grand Finals. Only that this loss was the most embarrassing of the 3. Regardless, if Rare Atom aren't a bad team, then how did they lose so bad to this comp? Especially when RA had the map pick advantage and forced a bind. DRG's permaban. Well, it all comes down to Dragon Ranger's strategy. See, because they had absolutely nothing prepared for this map, they just went, want to treat this like it's ranked? Because that's all they know on this map. Why not say f it and lock Jett and Reyna? They have nothing to lose. They're up 2 maps already, and this is their permaban. They're the underdogs. Why not just try and frag out? I mean, there is no shot that Rare Atom have practiced against a comp like this. One that's built around being confident and taking ridiculous fights. That's what these agents are good at, playing in off angles and getting out. Pro teams are used to playing proper and disciplined, and not just out in the open and constantly swinging things. So as long as Dragon Ranger have confidence and just play ranked, they might have a chance. It's Pistol. DRG are slamming short as 4 with a late Cypher Showers lurk. And the defense have 4 here. 3 aiming at short.
推到了胜决点，是的。来看一下这里近点，狗直接被打掉，技能给的非常的多。
Rare Atom's plan wasn't to duel short. Instead, they wanted the offense to think it was safe to come up short, but then get stuck in a C's, paint shells, and blindside trap. I do think Guran C's could have gone down faster had he not bounced it off of this wall. Especially with a flash protecting him, a deeper and quicker C's would have tethered 2 more kills. But now down a player and some HP, now what did DRG do? Well, you're stim beaconed. You might as well go for round 2.
而且这里是丢了一个捆加雷，应该是。啊，看主攻预备式开启，直接往里面去飞。他是狂怒，狂怒近点跑打，而且那个鬼魅也打了一个点前打下浴室1v1，拿掉了。这样的话。
I'm pretty sure RA thought that they scared the offense away from short with that combo and didn't think they'd try it again. Z got blinded and had a TP out, Gurin couldn't track Akman, and Midnight lost his duel. Now, it's still a 2 versus 3. It's certainly winnable.
而且折的血量其实非常的低哦，这样的话其实对进攻方来说转危为安。尽管上来是死了一个，这满血的狂怒，雷乌的狂怒太厉害了呀，打不了了。是有一个引路之损，关键是要找人。诺诺已经没有那么多的时间找人了。对，诺诺要抓紧一点。再敲一发头，但是我还说还给拆包烟，但是禁烟之前，哇，太难了，没办法。
RA had to save, and their pistols got pooed on. That brings us to Rare Adam's first full buy, which should be an easy win against these guns. The offense started in a 4-1 B split, and since A was quiet, Z decided to push all the way down showers, through cave, and boxed DRG in.
一旦被对方抓到要怎么办？他听到了非常多的脚步，能打几个？一个，先被打掉，两个。
So since Z saw so many, and B was quiet shortly after, RA decided to push out of hookah and long, wanting to pinch spirits after tagging him with their prowler. DRG planted A and had to hit some nice shots in order to convert this 2 versus 4.
50的血量啊，把他围着马甲一枪秒掉。但博卡叔肯定是要在浴室试一枪的。对面好像没什么闪了，3个人一起过来，直接是被穿板涌掉。对面2个人选择大拉。看一下尼克这把狂徒。尼克其实身后可能也会有人，他是想堵这个鬼眼照不到自己。尼克准了一个，开始换位，有鸟，打一个，其实身后要来人了。是的 ，OK。
That brings us to our first full buy versus full buy, and DRG have slightly tweaked their game plan. Into their 4-1, Cypher's holding short and shower, not wanting Z to do what he did last round. But in RA's 2-3, he has a judge, so that shouldn't happen. The buy barriers drop, and Vukashu instantly cam showers while the defense smokes short. This allows Z to move up with his judge, but the offense are scaling Fountain after breaking this initial haunt. Midnight pops his poison orb, which causes the offense to fire shots through this thing, hoping for a kill. Nothing. But from hookah, the offense noticed that Guran's prowler through B short. Maybe someone's behind it? So they hold and wait out the poison orb. Yeah, this thing takes a second. Okay, when it drops, the attackers continue scaling up long behind their dog, and the attackers swing, leer, and Midnight falls. Back on A, Z leaped through the short smoke before his gate crash expired and didn't see anyone, but Vukashu heard that. And with him not seeing anyone in showers, DRG hatch an idea.
因为浴室防守方也没清，所以他们一直在怀疑对面会 TP 转 A。哎 ，B 点没烟了，现在进攻方是一个非常好的时机。闪进，主锋拉进来，看2楼。 2楼有独木，点后闪，但这个鬼眼，哇！阿克曼还是换了一个。进攻方其他人可能要 TP 转了
Because neither short nor showers were being contested, DRG faked B by sending duelists in behind a sky flash. After that, it doesn't matter. Just go get kills. Akman got traded, but look at Spirits. He slipped an elbow undetected, and he hears the defense running away. Making a play like this is bold. Naturally, the defense should be here since this is kind of their spawn. But as Reyna and Jett, you cannot be scared. And have to find timings like these. So despite just sending 2 through the teleporter and Vukashu ready to gun it up short, he's begging his team to come back so he can take the defense off guard. So the attackers double back through cave and market while Spirits gets into position.
现在可以安静的架枪了。哎，但洒脱是在架。 洒脱是应该是，洒脱是漏了点脚步过来的。这对于 Spirit Z1 来说是一个他最喜欢的局面。
That extra swing was probably too much. Spirits needed to hold the defense back so RA couldn't flood. Because now with only 15 seconds left, the defense are here and are ready to stop the attackers.
而且进攻方也没烟，只有最后一颗。弗洛星的烟已经给了，对面2个人选择出烟架。 博卡叔暂时爆不了吗？10秒，看到一个没打过 ，Midnight 还在拖时间，7秒。
Well, they just hit some nice shots, and now can Brim win this 1 versus 2 with no utility?
哪一口？看一下 NoNo 的选择。NoNo 先看到了第一个人，但是 Nick 会随机换位置，顺便再拿一口把博卡叔血量彻底抬起来。现在 Elbow 的方向就拖时间就可以了，而且 NoNo 没有任何的道具。是的 ，Nick 的话不着急，等对方低包，然后应该是我卡叔先拉。哦，Nick 主动先看。 枪管在吸引对面的注意力 ，NoNo 知道第2个人大概率在 B 头，但他不知道在 B 头的哪个方向。哇，这我卡住，因为一直没漏。 他也太能藏了，因为
Rare Adam were forced to save, but decided to buy 1 Hero Phantom into this round, hoping that Midnight could be the savior they needed. Only thing is that their setup didn't make a lot of sense. They started in a 3-2, fine, but when DRG started heavy pressuring long, why was Guran the one rotating to B? Don't you want your win condition to be where all the action is? Someone else could even pick up that Phantom if Midnight dies. Well, lucky for him, once the offense pressured and got a kill B, Midnight pushed down short, and the offense were headed right back to him.
阿克们在看，一个一个搜。麒麟之虎没看，但我看出在另外一边，真没人看。哎，但是身后有人，Midnight，他错过了，两边都错过，他把所有人都放过去了，但他最终还是要先把巨人打掉，然后再打安包的。哦，但没来得及，没闪身到，手里他被抓了。
Why didn't he just commit to the swing? I feel like he's not confident. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem that we're going to have to talk about later.
后面的这个鬼眼其实也暴露了黑梦的位置。因为这番非常干净的瞄准， 一个漂亮的4杀入手。
Rare Adam should not be losing to this monkey slop comp and have to take a timeout. Alright guys, let's FF this rank game and get out of here. We've got the Ascension Grand Finals to play. Coach? Yeah? This is the Ascension Grand Finals! Coming out of that timeout, both teams have new game plans. The defense want to make sure Midnight set up comfortably in his ult, while Fade gets info for the newly purchased op on B. But for the first time this game, DRG are playing passive. Spread in a 1-2-1-1, the attackers are expecting that the defense have cooked something crazy in that timeout and don't want to get caught in it. By playing back, the offense can let the defense show their hand before making an educated decision. But when teams use their Viper's Pit, they don't usually get aggressive. Why would you when you can have your Viper solo one side and your team stack the other? Anyway, the buy fence ends and Midnight spreads out his pit, clogging up all of short. The offense take note of the giant fart and Vukashu picks up his trapwire before firing and replacing it to lock Viper in her ult. DRG do not want to push that. Instead, they've started walking up B short, but the defense need info, especially after Z has to take his expiring gate crash. Garan latches onto the attackers, but the defense are frozen stiff. They must have some read that the offense are going into showers, but come on, man. Everyone knows Reyna mains smell like No, but seriously, you just tag people outside of hookah. Why can't Brimstone be the one rotating so then you have smokes on B? Satoshi can handle himself. The offense are coming this way!
受了太多的 timing 了。是的啊，所以他想看一下。来了，总不会这样漏吧？总不会这样漏吧？我觉得聘灵之虎吧。 我觉得一般是演。哇
How are you even supposed to react to that? Well, maybe Garan can hold out until Brimstone gets here?
知道哲在哪儿一样。我其实觉得哲也在。
Dude, well, the offense have B with that kill, and Vukashu has looked up showers.
Vukashu 在 A 点跟对面捉迷藏，他应该拿到侧身了。哎，没打着。Vukashu 等一等队友吧。 但无所谓，他其实这分已经是囊中之物了。是，这分对面也不可能交大。哇，这分这做了传送门过来，面带直接被抓掉，而且。 现在这 elbow 的方向怎么办呢？哇，这又被混残。
After all of that, Rare Adam are going to try and save, but DRG aren't letting that happen.
没了，而且这分看起来枪是一把保不下来啊。撒涛是被两面包夹，他也知道 A 点那个 Vukashu 就没走过。是，一个过来强行去拉枪，感觉有点难玩了这个局面。 而且这一分
，Rare Adam had to save. DRG used these guys as target practice.
而且这一招的话，确实用的太多了。右神过来，哎，过来了，要压了。在管里面短炮，正面 no 了。 换零，哦，被一颗敲掉。
We're back on another full buy versus full buy, but both teams have invested into ops. Rare Adams is posted on long, but Z has a gate crash prime to take him to A in case of a rush. DRG Sniper is holding for a showers push, signaling that their plan is to go A and eventually pin showers with him in their 4-1. It starts with Vukashu pinning a spy cam deep, quickly clearing showers and laying out a trip in case of a teleporter push. In the meantime, the defense have cleared all of B with a Prowler and a Haunt while stalling the attack with a deep short smoke. With Vukashu spotting nothing in showers, the rest of DRG assumes someone's holding short, so they pop flash through and dash towards lamps. Nick flashes Aquaman inside and have secured the left side of A. But with fat smokes and a molly on top of default, pinching showers is going to be hard. Now, on the other hand, the defense feel like they're going to get pinched and have to fight one side.
但他应该会踢到2楼去吧？啊，焰火情于室外，但我卡叔完全不为所动，这一枪没狙到。
Well, that's not how you use Reyna's ult.
轰过去，有再波囚笼，在原地乱跳，前期光束直接给了，把人逼出来，有斯凯的大招，尼克直接拉了一个，但没想到有第二个，换枪之下换了一个2换2，然后卡住死地血在架后面，正面 Spirit Z1 在推。
These two got flushed out by Flexen and Nick's ult, then Reyna got one off the information from this Seeker. Z was forced to teleport away, and now Rare Adam have to retake through spawn. But as they get closer, Vukashu activates his neural theft, revealing the last two defenders.
有人架，然后有人带包，把这个包带进去，包一放，这分就很好赢。甚至弗勒辛手里还有个燃烧榴弹。 这包可以走3项，头皮一个，哦 ，Spirit Z1 上。
Yep, looks like a Reyna player to me. And now Z feels more comfortable investing his dimensional drift into this round, and he finds Flexen all on his own.
然后哲数4滴血，佛卡数这一分要先藏起来。是，弗洛星的位置肯定是要被查到的，但是没有技能配合哲。哦，这样玩吗？这个火，天将吗？对面逼了过来1v，一枪的机会，哇，没打着。 对面踢过来，但有监控。哇！我卡住一个4滴血的绝杀，天
Rare Adam are forced to take their second time out because their dreams of reaching franchising are being crushed by a Reyna Jett comp. Now, usually in Tier 1 Valorant, agents like these two don't work so well. But sometimes, when a team has enough confidence and starts hitting ridiculous shots like these, games like this are possible. Especially because the opposing team starts doubting themselves, saying things like, "Oh no, we shouldn't be losing to these guys. Yeah, they're monkeys. Why are we losing?" And then their confidence gets nuked too. And if you don't think that confidence plays a big part in competition, then you're stupid. Science says otherwise. But here, I think Brent on Platchat explained what's happening in this game pretty well.
Paybooks are the worst nightmare of the armchair analyst. They do not make sense as a team. They make confidence-based decisions. They play the game exactly. MOBA crowd hates it. Listen, there's a subsection of player base out there that thinks the game needs to be defined down to the analytics, pushing up my glasses. Oh, this lineup from this particular angle. Oh, this composition doesn't work in theory because this particular section of Futile. You're gonna get shot in the face. You're gonna lose the round. It's a gun game. It's an FPS. If you want that,
100 Thieves isn't shooting anyone.
Play Overwatch. If you want that, play League of Legends. Play a different game. This is Valorant. You get shot, you die. You get shot, you die. You get shot, you lose the round. You lose the game. It's an FPS game.
Oh my god. So is that why 100 Thieves should not make a roster change?
I think they just need a mentality shift. They just need to lead into that more, I swear to God.
Oh my god.
DRG's plan coming out of their timeout wasn't bad. With 3 guns posted on short, they inserted Brimstone into this cubby so that the sheriffs could bait for him if the offense went back this way. DRG started towards B, couldn't find anything, pushed to the defense back, but found themselves grouped on long again. In a desperate need for more map control elsewhere, Fukashu dropped back, but his spy cam was only pointed at showers.
没有听到，他可以开摄像头看。现在听到了。 现在近点听到了，摄像头没看那边，但他枪在看，他不知道听到了近点。
That death has lost the offense so much map control that they have no other choice but to mush their way onto B. Duran ripped his nightfall at them, but that could not stop the attackers.
而且 B 点想提对方给的夜连，第一时间是进不去的。手稳的又是这个位置，爆闪珠峰看到人的位置，看到人了，拉出来直接打。
That's an open sight. The rest of Rare Adam decided to teleport, which is pretty stupid because now DRG know exactly where all of you are.
有人在制容效果，加了一个点后包，然后要 elbow 跟方出生点的位置，给闪，但是自己下点还是非常的困难，而且 NONO 还是一把喷子开进，阿克们3杀，感觉有没有可能拿 ace 啊？珠峰已经拉起来，而且另外一边还有队友的支架，闪身一攻，阿克们，哇，小头西他只能去拼这一分才可以，但拼就可能会送出 ace， 得给过来，准备好了，阿克们铁血支架。 高低的双架。Oh.
It is very clear that Rare Adam's aim just isn't all there right now. They're a little shaky, not confident, but that's okay because Riot has invented guns for you, me, and people without thumbs, and Rare Adam. I present to you the judge and another operator. All you gotta do is click on the body and win. Isn't that fun? But if your plan was to buy a judge this round, why didn't Satoshi save last? Oh well, in Rare Adams 2-3, they're stalling on B and being cringe on A. Lucky for them, DRG are headed their way. Both teams act quick once the buy phase ends by camming long this time and immediately smoking short. The offense group up on this smoke and elect to wait it out instead of forcing through. During that time, the defense have prowled on B short, and no, nobody's there. So No pulls out his iPad and refreshes his dust cloud. But to DRG, this is mad sus. If the defense are burning 2 brim smokes this early, someone has to be holding it.
好打吗？再续一颗烟，要强行出烟吗？我这个无敌闪，这怎么打呀？这打不了一点儿。
Had DRG just swung through this, RA's crossfire would have eviscerated them with this close judge and high off angle. But because DRG knew the defense were holding this smoke, they knew that by comboing a flash with Reyna's Leer, that they'd destroy anyone in this lane. Do they shoot the eye but get blinded by the bird? Or turn the flash but get nearsighted by the eye? And I can't tell without a replay system for pro games. Please, Riot. But see, even Gizmo wants a replay system for pro games, don't you, buddy? Come on, Riot, do it for him. I think Z just missed. And now down 2 versus 5, I guess Rare Adam should give this a shot. They need a round, but DRG are overconfident and are bringing the fight to them.
我觉得其实这一分已经没有理智一点，真的应该保。这分已经没有任何的机会了，所有的枪位都是对面架住，所有的优势位置任凭对面去挑。主要你回防的角度好了，现在没得保了，是漏脚了好像。哎，2楼打了一个，应该没有。
Okay, you can tell that DRG got some confidence and brains by backing down. There's still a ton of time for RA to win this. But now that I think of it, if someone were to run it down, why not it be Nick? He's one off his Seekers. Wouldn't you want that for next round? Why are brain-dead duelist players always hogging all the ecos? Whatever. The spike is close to exploding, so Akman gets let off his leash.
将这一分应该也是盖棺定论，方两个人往 B 点去保枪，然后这个时间点啊，再杀出来，就这时候反正分数已经拿到了。哎呦，这穿板一枪。 这没办法，就是一方面是对面 A 小这个套餐太大。
Imagine you're in the grand finals to accomplish your lifelong dream of playing in Tier 1 Valorant, and you get obliterated by this. At this point, Rare Adam have to be tilted, but can't hold on to A. Their new approach this round is to triple fight showers, then take care of short together. But the defense are missing utility, armor, and dignity. And now DRG know that A's been free, so they're slamming it again, and they're repeated 4-1. Why fix something that isn't broken? This embarrassment starts with Nono smoking short and insta triple swinging showers. They get spotted by Vukashu's cam and immediately back off as he blocks him in with a TP trip in cage. And now I don't know exactly how many Vukashu saw because the offense still decided to group into this smoke and I think they're going A.
烟消失嘛，想等第一颗烟消失。又是一个无敌闪，折的位置还不错，猛拉过去。雷和火全都给了。对，但第二波，哎呦，阿克曼的标。
Guys, I know we want to fight together, but we at least have to smoke short. You guys got double peaked. Now to the offense, showers is still a big question mark. In order to get a safe plant off, the offense need this space. So Nick rips his Seekers, but they all go back site.
门口的位置清理下来，丢车也会暴露自己的位置啊，在烟里面，莫卡住侧身一颗，那没有人能抵抗得了。随着这个追猎之连过来找，最终的话，明奈也是倒在了这边这万的枪下。
Maybe Viper can hold A? I don't know. RA have swapped their setup and are fighting long while stalling A in a last-ditch effort to try and build some sign of momentum. But DRG are tired of slamming A and want to go plow over B. That starts with them quadruple swinging past Fountain and popping Euron's Haunt. The offense move up right before the defense jump spot and cap long off with a smoke. DRG push through, but Rare Adam aren't backing down.
过吗？还好给烟了，这样能稍微拖对面一点。但对面喂，吃了自己家的无敌闪，哎，回不去了，有人在嘟。
Dude, no matter what the defense try, they just constantly keep getting dookied on. Z tried flashing to fight with Guron's Prowler, but Nick somehow turned it. DRG have sight once again and decide to smoke off elbow, spawn, and hookah since they never had that space. Satoshi is sprinting over to retake, but with Akman and elbow already, I don't think Rare Adam have enough space to make this one possible.
对白是。 甚至这二楼1v1给闪，有闪帮弗洛星，另外一边阿克们再杀一个，哇，感觉有点兵败如山倒了。弗洛星还在拖，阿克们的瞄准轻描淡写，知道二楼有人 ，no， 只能接一个。是的，11比1。
Normally in my breakdowns, I'd skip over these rounds because nothing really interesting happens and you're not missing a whole lot of the story if I just move on from them. But I think it's important to sometimes emphasize that even if you have a good game plan, Valorant is attack FPS at the end of the day. Valorant at its nature boils down to who can land the headshot. And confidence plays a huge role on that. It is really important that you keep your head up while playing this game and don't let previous mistakes or rounds drag you down. If you do, you'll never dig yourself out of big deficits like these, you'll make boneheaded mistakes, and you'll just make things worse. When tilted, sometimes it's good to stand up, walk around, take your headset off, and try to reset your mental. Kind of like what Rare Adam did in this halftime. For Pistol, the attacker's game plan is to go B with 2 sheriffs, while Viper lurks around the map with her own hand cannon in their 4-1. If RA can convert this pistol, there's a decent chance that they can come back. Valorant is a very snowbally game. Fortunately for them, DRG's goal is to fight short as 4 and retake B. The second half starts with the offense quadruple swinging long and slowly creeping up. Cypher taps his spy cam and doesn't spot anything yet, so the 4-person high-low holds firm on short. But as soon as the offense smoke, haunt, and funnel in through long, all of DRG teleport, except for Flexin. So with all that info, all of RA teleport, except for Z. He pushes through spawn, knowing that this space is probably weak. But after the offense teleport and Flexin smoke showers, the offense seem scared. I mean, if you know 3 defenders are B and your Viper is up short, just go. Why are we not sprinting to shower? You're giving the defense enough time to wrap short and flank you.
没看到这个地方 但是炼狱丢了这颗烟，就意味着艳遇就在附近。
是的，直接被传言打掉了。
可能人在
脚的方向，
黑小来了，
没接住。
Spirit Z1，主峰拉走的阿克曼，正面所有队线倒向了第2季。
是的，爆能器被扣掉，看一下家里面，这里绕过来一个城，
打一个，第2个打来，但是要换弹
，1打1，然后1打2，
这出局就被打残，阿克曼快速的正义结束了这一分，12比1。
Because Rare Adam were second-guessing themselves coming out of showers even after killing Brimstone, DRG were able to isolate Midnight, and only after he died did the rest of Rare Adam start swinging. Just because you've been getting dogged on all last half, you can't let that affect the present. Go swing these guys. Be confident. Don't hesitate or overthink. That's how you lose. Alright, well, maybe if Rare Adam can maybe get a round or two, they can, I don't know, maybe retain some of their dignity, or maybe build some form of momentum. They got this, I still believe.
第2季来说，一切都来得非常的舒服，而正面这一次是闪出去撞到对面的大部队，但是这把害灵，最后一人标配，梅南被锁定了，动不了，结束了，13比1。
I broke down one of the other Rare Adams finals appearances before, and I can't tell if that loss was even more embarrassing than this one. Watch this video, and you tell me.